Back here with another product review. This time it's from Tlyard again. I've got a 2 kilowatt inverter that plugs directly into the charging port here. So it comes in this nice case here. So I'll show you what it looks like. So it comes with some instructions, 2 pages. You're not going to need these, so we'll just throw these to the side. So here it is here. It's a self-enclosed inverter, plugs directly into the charging port. We've got a 20 amp 110 outlet on here. They do have other versions that support the European plugs. This one is for North America. Very easy to use. It does have an exhaust fan on this side, so I'll show you how to use it. A couple things I just want to let you know to be aware of. This device is not waterproof, so you can't use it in the rain. If you're going to leave this overnight plugged in, maybe get some type of cover that covers it. But other than that, you can use it for anything up to 2,000 watts. I've tested this with a induction cooktop. I had that set to 1,800 watts. I've got a kettle here, worked just fine. That's 1,500 watts, and I've got my trailer over here that I plugged in. I'll show you that as well. The only thing that I wouldn't run on the trailer is the air conditioning because it's over 2,000 watts. But you can run the microwave, you can run all your power pieces, like your televisions, your internet, everything in there for quite a bit of time because this is an 80 kilowatt battery. So typically you'll put, so in mine I have 4 100 amp hour batteries. So that's not a lot, but I can run the air conditioning for quite some time on that just because it's capable of supporting over 3,000 watts with the inverter that I have in there. But this here is a 2,000 watt inverter. Works just fine. The startup procedure is pretty basic. Comes with a DC plug, so you can plug it in here on this side. I've got a separate plug because I do have the Tlyard cooler on this side that I leave on 24 hours a day. It just has popping waters in it. I love this thing. But anyway, you'll plug this in or the 16 volt outlet, and then you'll take this and plug it into here. Once it's on, you'll press the start button. It will blink fast for about 15 seconds. You'll wait for it to pulse slowly. At that point, you can unplug this cable, unplug the DC power source, and then you can just go ahead and use all the stuff that you want to use. So like I say, it's fairly straightforward. Then when you want to stop using this, you'll unplug your devices, you'll unplug your 110 devices, press the top button, that will release the lock on here, you'll pull it out, and then you're good to go. So let's go ahead, I'll give you a quick demo on this. Okay, so here we are. It's the Tlyard 2,000 watt inverter. So we'll go ahead and plug this in. That's all it takes. And then you're gonna take the 12 or the DC plug, and you'll plug it into here. It will beep once just as a warning. You'll notice the light is a solid green, so that means it's ready to start. We'll press the button. So we'll press the button and it will start flashing quickly. And we'll just leave that go for 15 to 20 seconds. So there we go. In the process, you'll also notice that over here, it has the flashing green, which is the charging signal. You'll go ahead and unplug this. And then we can take any one of these devices. So this is just the 1,800 watt induction cooktop. We'll plug that in. Go ahead, we'll turn this on. And it's on high. So that's 1,800 watts right there. Not sure if you can see that, but it's an 8. And again, because it uses induction, I'm using a steel bowl with some water in it, I don't have a pan here with me. And that's getting pretty hot already. I'll turn that off. Go ahead and we'll plug in the kettle. And there we go, the kettle. This is a 1500 watt kettle, so it's running no problem. You'll notice on the screen, it's still blinking slowly, so it just means it's in process. So I'll go ahead, I'll show you how to disconnect this. So first you'll unplug the plug, and then you can just go ahead and press this button here. That will disengage the locking mechanism and allow you to take this out. And then you can just put this away. Solid green means it's ready to turn on. So it's quickly flashing here. There we go. It's now slowly flashing and we've got a green charging here. If you go and press this button, then you can pull it out as well. So the thing that I just want to point out is when you have this in use, there's no requirement for this DC plug to be plugged in. I will be doing a more comprehensive review of the Tlyard 2000 watt inverter. I'm planning a Tesla camping trip while I'll be using a Snoozu mattress here, a Tlyard Generation 2 tent to cover out here, and I'll be using this so that I can cook my bacon and eggs and make coffee in the morning. So this is a really good thing to have if you're going to be doing some Tesla camping. Again, you can't leave this outside in the weather, but if you're using it inside a tent area, it should be no problem. So if you're interested in purchasing this or any other Tlyard products, I've got a link down in the description. Be sure to use my discount code BC Tesla Guy. Couple things I forgot to mention, but I'm just going to go over it quickly here. Yeah. Oh, cool. Go make another one.
I can't.
Oh, you can't? Go play in the pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, guys!
So I just want to point out a couple things. One is it does require a 12 volt or a DC source to enable this product, because really what it's doing is it's emulating a DC fast charge using a CCS adapter type of protocol. So what it does is it tricks the car into thinking it's being charged. So in that case, in your car up on the charging levels, you definitely have to have the level set so that you're charging above what the current state of charge is. So if your state of charge is 80% already, you'll have to move that charger above 80% to enable this to charge. If it's already above what the charge level is, this is not going to work. So just quickly just set it to above 80%. That's all you need to do. So that's one main thing. The second is it is only good up to about 2000 watts. So anything above 2000 watts probably will trip the device and it will turn off, and you'll just have to either turn that device lower or use something else. So I did do that with my trailer. I plugged the trailer in, I had everything running, and I decided I'd try the air conditioning, and it tripped it and turned off. So that air conditioner is rated for 2,000 watts, but the initial draw when it starts up is above 3,000 watts, so it trips this. So I couldn't do it. But if you're going dry camping with a trailer and your Tesla, nothing better than having this so that you can run your kettle, your coffee makers, your induction cooktops. You can use all the devices within your trailer. They typically come with 1 or 2 batteries, which will last a better part of a day. But if you're going away for a long weekend, at least you can use the power that you already carry within your car to use the features of your trailer. Again, thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.